The whole emphasis of the weekend is that you get to see the circuit, you get a feel for the place itself, look at the layout of the paddock and everywhere else, and we'll talk you through some of that in a while. And ultimately, at the end, you can make the decision whether you are committed to come and race with us or not. We would like to think you all will. The fact you're here, I think, shows a lot of commitment from each of you, which we expect will carry on during the summer and into the event itself.
Hey, my name is Daniel Fernandez. I'm 42 years old and I come from Medellin, Colombia. What do I do for a living? I have a motorcycle accessories parts stores around Colombia. I have 3 now. They're called Full Moto stores. Where do I come from? From Medellin, Colombia. What is your racing history? I've been racing since I've been 16 years old. I've raced motocross, enduro, supermoto, rally, and now I'm in road racing for the last, I believe it's probably 10 years now. I've been regional champion, national champion, runner-up in national championship, and 3rd place in Latin American Superbike Championship. Why compete in the Manx GP? It is the top of every motorcycle dream to be racing in the Isle of Man. The Manx GP will be the opening for my TT debut. I hope to enjoy it as much as I can. I'm trying to gather all the information from the coaches that we've been riding with, and it's going to be awesome. It is my dream come true to be here.
My name's Mike Brown, from Southern Ireland in Cork. Farming for a living. Why I'm doing the Manx, just a life goal, really. And been racing for the last 5 years, short circuit for 3, roads for the last 2. Just give the Manx a shot.
Hi, I'm Alan Johnson. I'm coming from a wee village in Northern Ireland called Buchanan. I've been competing in road races for over 6 years now, and my dream was always to come over and race the Manx Grand Prix. Drive a digger for a living, and that's what I look forward to doing every year.
My name's James Buchanan. I'm a senior commercial manager for a group of construction companies. Very boring job. Oxford born and bred, but living in Northampton. Started schoolboy motocross when I was a kid. I went to Emra in 600s and then 1000cc. And then I went to Thundersport, and I was with Thundersport for 4 years. I did a mini twin 600 and 1000. Really enjoyed myself. And then last year went Oliver's Mount 7100, more Oliver's Mount, and really loved it. So put my name down for this and registered my interest, and they said come along, and it's really exciting. It's absolutely mad going around the circuit. For it doesn't do it. Watching all the onboard footage on YouTube just doesn't do it any justice at all. All the drops and bumps and jumps and everything. It's quite incredible, really. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Hi, my name's Ben Shuttlewood. I ride for Kaijax Racing on a Triumph 675 Daytona. I am a manager at a shop called Motorcycle Accessories in Leicester, providing all the riding kit that we need, basically. I come from a place called Leicester in the East Midlands. My racing history started back in 2010 on an S-Rad 600. Bit of a steep learning curve. Just never been on a track before. Get in and see how we got on. We didn't crash. That was the main thing. Kind of built it up from there, just doing a lot of short circuit stuff with Thundersport. Then in 2017 we moved on to the roads, competing at Oliver's Mount and the Southern 100. Got some good results, and it's all led up to this point to get on to do the Manx GP. And let's see where it goes from there. Hopefully we'll get some good results and stay on the bike.
My name's Lloyd Collins. I am system engineer. I'm from the southeast of England in Sussex. My racing history consists of a few years of club racing, and also I've done a few of the roads in Ireland last year with the Ulster as an international, and then a few of the nationals as well. I'd like to compete in the Manx Grand Prix because it's the greatest road race in the world, and it's something that I wanted to do for a long time. So hopefully this will be the year to do it.
Hi, my name's James Reevely. I'm a builder. Come from Carlisle, near Cumbria. Racing history, we did a year in Ireland last year, Tandragee, Cookstown, Armoy. I've always wanted to come here ever since I could think of. So now's the chance to do it, and I hope I do it well. Thank you.
My name is Stephen Haddo. I live in Fife in Scotland. I'm a HGV mechanic for the local council. Did a couple of years in pre-injection 600 racing in Scotland. Moved on to a ZX6 and Supersport 600 in Scotland. A couple of meetings at Scarborough. Following on this year, the Supersport 600. The reason I want to do the Manx is I've always followed the racing, and I think I'll be able to compete.
My name is Paul O'Rourke. I'm from Skerries, County Dublin in Ireland. I work for a pest control company. I've been racing now 14 years, 10 years short circuits and 4 years on the roads. Do pretty much all the national roads in Ireland. Won the Junior Sport Southern Centre Championship 2016. Fourth in the Irish Championship. Looking to do the Manx, it's just an iconic circuit. Always wanted to do it, and basically just going to test myself, my bike, and enjoy myself.
I'm James Smith. I work at the incinerator for a living, burning things and making electricity. I come from the Isle of Man, so I'm a Manx man, live in Glenvine, and been watching the TET pretty much all my life. So that's kind of inspired me to start racing, really. Racing history, I started off, I wanted to be a mechanic, so I tried to go to university to become a mechanic and wanted to get into a race team. I ended up helping out with Ryan Farquhar with the KMR racing team, and that was great, and just from there on the fire was burning, just started racing. So I've been racing for 6 years. 2 years of the roads. I got a podium in the junior support race, second place in the 700, and had some good races in Scarborough. Been on Eurosport against Owen Graves. It was a really good time. It was good fun, and from then on it's kind of been natural progression. Being a Manx man, just to watch race at the Manx Grand Prix and the classic TT and the TT itself. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, my name is Jack Fowler. I'm a civil and structural design engineer from the northeast of England, Stockton-on-Tees, Yarm area to be specific. Racing history, been racing for 4 years. Started off doing club racing in the UK, all the major national circuits, so like Donington, Cadwell, Silverstone, etc. Last couple of years I've sort of gone into road racing a little bit. I've done a couple of Scarborough meetings. We're only around an hour away from Scarborough, so that's quite handy for us. And then I came and did the Boulogne circuit last year, so I did the post TT and the Southern 100. Got my first win at the Southern 100, which was great. My dream is competing in the Manx Grand Prix, is following in my sort of family's footsteps really. My dad Neil competed from 1980 to 1986, I think it was. He brought me over when I was 11 years old to watch the TT, and I've been to every TT and quite a lot of Manxes since then. Fell in love with the racing, fell in love with the island, and ever since I was a young boy I've always aspired to try and compete here myself. Well, that's about it really.